Drone here. This is the HS300 from Holystone. This is the drone that I won with the video contest. Again, guys, if you click that like button and help me win that, I appreciate y'all. If you're watching this right now, I appreciate you. There is a toggle underneath this. I do not have legs on it. And look at this controller. We're going to throttle up and then down and have a look here. This controller is labeled really well. You don't see that too often. And this button up here will take care of, I believe it'll start your video and stop your video, and if you long hold it, it'll control your rates, which 50%, 100, and only has 2 rates. But again, it's very nicely labeled. Down and out will fire your motors. This is an altitude hold quad, and we are going to take this for a flight. We're going to fly this kind of aggressively. I want to see what it has. Where there's the yaw rate, doesn't have much of a yaw rate. Bam! A little bit of a punch. This is a brushed quadcopter. Essentially, this is an X8 clone, which we are going to test later on to see if it has that dummy feature that the altitude hold X8 has, where you pull down on your left trigger and it falls out of the sky. Hopefully, this don't have it. Otherwise, I'm gonna crash this and make it fall out of the sky. Hopefully, over grass though. The LEDs underneath this are really bright, and they're long and they're completely illuminated, which is really nice. It doesn't look like they're actually using one bulb, or it is a very bright bulb over a frosted casing, if that makes any sense to you guys. There's a little bit of a look at the range there. We're not going to push the limits too far with this. We're just going to get a general flight with this. Again, this is a stripped down flight. This is going to be your max flight time with the charged battery on this. I don't have landing gear on it. I don't have a camera on it. I don't have anything on it. It's strictly the drone and the battery. And here's a little altitude climb for you. Again, not going to push the limits, but I want to make sure this is something I'm going to want to fly again. And right now that's going up in altitude. It is going up in altitude a little bit slower than I'd like, but you could probably attribute that to the altitude hold that is trying to maintain altitude and you going up higher in altitude. Keep your eye on it. We are going to cruise around in the sky at this altitude and kind of zip around really high up in altitude, see if this has any range issues, which right now I'm noticing it doesn't have any range issues. We're going to go left a little bit. And she's flying nice. This is a nice flyer. And I'm happy I won it. Really happy I won it. Holystone makes good quads. I have a ton of them. You guys know I have a ton of them. But I've never actually won a drone. And this was the first contest I entered, and I won it. And I was stoked to enter it because I was looking at this bird. And we're going to bring it back down here if we can. I am dealing with a little bit of a breeze, and it doesn't seem to be affecting this drone whatsoever. So right now we got a slow yaw rate. We got a slow climber. We got a, I'm not going to say epic, but just par of epic range, because I didn't push it, so I can't say epic. I'm not going to chalk it up as that. In the center of your screen, you're going to see a little dot. That's the drone coming back down if you lost track of it. This has really good range. Pushed it pretty high in altitude, climbed a decent amount, and then drove flew left, right, back, forward, and whatnot, and we didn't lose connection. And there's your down. I'm holding down. I'm pitching downwards. This is how I dive bomb. And we've not come out of the air. Bam! Holystone did something better than SEMA did. Holystone made an altitude hold drone, essentially the X8, without the dummy drop feature. Let me say that again. This drone does not have the dummy drop feature. And again, we're going to do it again. We are holding down and we are pitching down, and that is simulating my dive bombing. I like to come down quick, and this you are able to do it. You don't have to worry about doing a front flip into the ground and smacking the face of the drone on the pavement like I did with the X8 altitude hold drone. So, this is definitely 3+ higher in my book over the X8 altitude hold drone, just because of that. Just because now I can fly this bigger X8 clone the way that I'd like to, the way I like to fly my drones. I like to come down quick, I like to come down fast. And the way I do that is killing the throttle and pointing forward. And that's essentially doing a dive bomb, and you're able to do this with this, and you are not able to do that with the X8. I believe it's HW, the altitude hold SEMA. And the reason being, because they have a dummy drop button, essentially. It's not a button, it's your throttle stick. When you hold it all the way down, like I showed you what I was doing when I was flying towards myself, it kills the motors. It doesn't matter if you're 20 feet off the ground or 300 feet in the air. If you are 300 feet in the air and you're trying to bring that drone back down and you hold down, the SEMA X8 is going to come down and crash down to the ground. The motors are going to get shut off. This, the HS300, you don't have to worry about that with. That was a big concern for me prior to flying this. And I'm happy. Super happy it doesn't have that feature. That is the dumbest feature in the world, and SEMA, a really renowned name, why they would put that on it is beyond me. But again, this doesn't have it. Again, you can see we're testing a little bit of the range. We're kind of buzzing back towards myself, trying to show you a little bit of the speed. We'll get it closer to my face in a little bit here. But this is a flyer. All in all, this is a flyer. This did come with what looks to be a dope action camera. An action camera that's going to plug in a 3-prong into the quadcopter. So we are definitely going to test that out. It does have a little bit odder camera holder where it's not just your bushings, mount, and then camera holder. It's like bushings, mount, arm, and then camera holder. So it's something different that I haven't seen before, but we'll definitely get that tested out. Let you guys know stock what this can do. Already I know the X8 can lift an action cam, so I'm assuming this can probably lift an action cam. Not the action cam it came with, obviously. It could definitely lift that, but like a GoPro or 4K that I've been using, or the Access cam that I've been using, I'm gonna bank it can definitely lift it. Just eyeing it up and having a feel for the larger motors, and again, essentially an X8, but an improved X8. Definitely an improved X8 without that kill throttle on the left. This is flying nice. Definitely wish, and there's a little smackaroo on the ground. That's my fault. I was holding down a little bit too far, but again, we didn't kill motors with me holding down. That's a left to right checkout right there. We'll do a little rocking horse for you. The pitch on this is decent, and there's a little funnel action. Again, the yaw rate's a little bit slow, so the funnels aren't really fast, but you can definitely funnel with it. Fun quad, all in all, fun quad. Right now we're past the 7-minute mark. 7 minutes is average for a drone, and actually nowadays 8 minutes is about more average. About a year ago, the 6-7 minute mark was about average for just about most of these toy grade drones, and the manufacturers are doing a little bit better with it. We're about 8 minutes is about that average point. But we're pushing 7.5, so half more minute and we are on par with average. I'd like to see 10 minutes. I'd like to see 10 minutes out of this. If we get 10 minutes out of this stripped down, we can probably rest assured load it up. We're probably going to see an average flight time, if not better. So we're going to bring this in a little bit closer to let you guys see what this looks like first person right in your face. Bam! It's got a little bit of speed. It definitely could have used a 3rd speed rate. I'm always down to have 3 speed rates, but as you can see, I'm able to fly it without that 3rd speed rate, and it's having 0 issues. I'm not crashing onto the ground. I'm not fighting the wind, having trouble fighting the wind. This thing's cruising through the air very nicely. I'm able to bring it back towards myself fairly quickly. I'm able to drop my throttle stick and pitch forward and not fall out of the sky. That is epic. Let me say that again. That is epic, because I bought the X8HW, and I don't fly it much. My style is to drop throttle, pitch forward, and come down quick. This I'm able to do it with, so I'm extremely happy with that. There's a little look at its turn radius as you're flying towards yourself. And again, it's a little bit slow. The yaw rate on this isn't extremely fast. But again, this is designed to carry a camera. It comes stock with a little mini action camera, so that'd be a good reason why it's not giving you extreme yaw rate, why it's not giving you extreme turning. And we are going to bring it back towards myself here. Yeah, I'm liking this. Definitely in the near future, I'm going to say a day or two. I already have the battery charged, but I'm losing daylight. We're definitely going to get that camera tested. I want to see what that camera can do. Another little buzz over my head there, so you can definitely see a little bit of the quickness of this. Definitely has some quickness to it. You're not going to break no speed records with this, but this is definitely where you need it to be. Especially if you're a beginner flyer, I think you can hang with this. And if you're an expert flyer, I think you can push this. I've mildly pushed this. I'd like to push it a little bit further. I'd like to get in a better area to push it. I can only go so far lateral because then I have an abyss. And if it drops down in the abyss, then I got to go crawl down 200-300 feet down below the ground level that I'm on to go retrieve the drone and possibly break it and whatnot. And I don't want to chance that. So we definitely got to get in a wide open area here. All right, lights are blinking. Voltage level's low. I'm going to try to shut this down manually. There is an auto shutdown, and bam, little breakdancing, and we are shut down. I suggest using that button to shut it down. I'm J-Drone. If you haven't subscribed, please do, and have a wonderful day. Take care. If you're on Facebook, check out Drone Days.